abusia yin cha on yesan so mo akwa abaso nkoso emfa wo mle channel so ha eda so aye be media je chabuso be so wa se ene da edikan ya wani twa channel so ani dio no bu kwan so e be so wa so be subscribe e dia my YouTube channel no buso bo notification bell no so for more podcast updates na busia asemo abusia papa Daniel Domlevo ababonten ababe wesen MPP alleged criminals bi wo ho a chese no baba wesen omo case a chese wagina auditor report ya babonten na nsenya yes auditor report ya ba ya chese sikasem twitwidie bi a chese afa fa ba bi no baba be di ho nkomo no wa wesen MPP fo ni bi alleged MPP criminals fo ni bi abusia wa wesen omo case a enya asem koto cheni semu a esesa akofo we mu na ekoje yes esesa akofo we mu ina etumi ekoje abusia enkomo na wadi no edoso we dey ma mekasa wa me ma mekasa enye tenten yenko ntie ensem no mu ankasa enkyire mu eda so aye be media je chabu se be se wa se ene dey dika wani twa channel so ne di no bu kwan so e be se wa so be subscribe like na abusia wa bo aso a share ma for pension no bi atie no omo anya bi atie eda so aye be media je
Former Auditor General aye friend Domlevo abusuan waba ababe wesen Auditors General report ode ba abonten enano ada yeguso drop ho update ede mamo abusuan papa no wababe shoke NPP for ena papa no ode babe to the former Auditor General abusuan or see those who are involved in a scandal we are epi ababonten 8.1 billion no abusuan Omwa public officers are involved in enemy ya President Mama order na or suspend this uncle phone na or suspend your investigations are then akos no there also during the time as Auditor General the same corruption ekoso but enam se na former President Akufo-Addo ono na e wo power ntina abusua we hu hwe bet we die eni kwan se President Mama or they obia bon yeden eche no enimani ya no those who are involved no public officers no me involved no one yen suspend yen investigations no and yen investigations no na ye found guilty abusua President Mahama onji nyina edi Fmr office na NPP for nso ye involved no nso no yem prosecute with immediate effect abusuya na wasanso a drop a shocking revelation revelation no mo yem ko na yem konkuti former Auditor General Domlevo subscribe na hit on the notification bell so na be any update be drop no wonsa ebetumi akabi gossip politics TV so your number one trending political update dropping no political highway so edemamo medamase
the finance ministry rejected 8.1 billion Ghana cedis na wama say from the previous administration eka eda ho ebinumu a wama say ayesei ntinimo mfa yensika man wasi womo ni document papa bia support womo claims womo pesa womo ye wo size scan ho 8.1 billion Ghana cedis keno e wo size scan e wo senke kwabonten nanka document papa bia anywhere support but ye benya nipa nanka o mage na sansemi ho ana the former Auditor General Mr. Daniel Domlevo wasi dabi sabe de be ya civil servant for womo ka ho na womo tititi ministries womo ma receipt womo asa adwuma we koso womo hwetuatu aka ye bibia civil servant no ebe ya nka yanchi obi yangum yanchi omungum womo nkonkwo dem because womo ka ho bi na sa niema we timi koso na eno ha aban no enti ebe ya nka yanchi omungum yanhwe Mr. Daniel Domlevo wobra no woka sense memra ne ento azo.
Where you have a system and there are no consequences for misbehavior, impunity takes over. You will notice that, or you may recall, that in 2018 I did a similar audit and out with 5.4 billion. At that time, that was 1.1 billion. So far, what the Auditor General has disallowed is also close to the 1 billion.
1 billion.
And those that he has not yet finished working on is more than 1 billion. So if they come together, we may move beyond 1 billion again. And this can only happen because others did it in the past and they got away with it. So people are looking at that example. So I think this is the time to ensure that people can no longer get away with this type of misbehavior. Public officers or officials who are complicit in this, who got involved in this or looked away for this to happen, must be held accountable. I wish that the president, as a matter of urgency, direct that all public officers who are involved in this be suspended and an investigation conducted to see their level of culpability in these offenses. If they are culpable, then they are dismissed before we even go to court. Before we go to court, administrative measures must be taken to say that there is zero tolerance for corruption. We can allow Parliament to do its work, and I will not fault them for that. But in my considered opinion, in accordance with clause 9 of Article 187 of the Constitution, when the Auditor General has exercised his mandate under clause 7 to disallow an expenditure or surcharge an expenditure, clause 9 of the same article provides that anyone who is aggrieved may appeal at the High Court. So this case, I think, should be tested at the court. Fortunately, you remember the President, the Attorney General, the Chief Justice, and the Auditor General, they had a meeting last year,
yes,
where they were going to put in place a special court to address these issues.
Absolutely.
That is where I think we should be looking, because the Parliament is just going to debate, at the end of the day, make politics out of it if we are lucky. But if we go to the court, then we can be sure that either our monies are recovered for us, people are punished, or if they are innocent, they are set free. How will the system allow you, for instance, to pay for your house twice? Will you pay for your house twice? If you make payment from your pocket, what kind of system will you have in place that will allow you to overpay and without knowing? Mind you, these ministries, departments, and agencies have accounting systems in place where their liabilities are recorded and every payment must be offsetted against it. If even it happens that one ministry's payment is made on its behalf by the central agency, maybe Ministry of Finance, the procedure is there that they are informed so that they can pass the necessary entries in their books. So explanation being given by the minority leader, if he said so, is untenable. It is maybe a statement made out of ignorance. But if you see chaos in the public sector, I always say that there is always order in that chaos, because the chaos benefit people. Don't assume that it is just out of incompetence or lack of knowledge. In fact, as for the administrative procedures or measures, they can kick in even today. By the close of today or maximum tomorrow, the presidency should be able to direct all the people who are culpable and still be in public office to proceed on suspension, that they are interdicted or suspended. And then a committee set up maybe by the close of this week or next week, so to see what is the degree of their culpability. Did they compromise the process, or did they connive in order that this stealing or attempted stealing could happen? If yes, then it is followed with a dismissal letter. If no, then they are recalled, they come back and do their work to give signal to the system that the days that you can steal public funds and get away with it is gone.
Mr. Daniel Yaodomlevo, the former Attorney General, Auditor General, sorry, Anna Walker, Sir, and Semi, Nafi, what they just said. Ebra na, Obaya Baya Juma, and now minor Juma, Wutimi Fesika, no what you know, Janecono, a chem, any wobio, and he will be Biara, Wafa or Minisika, now true or no Juma, warrior or my Ghana, as a civil servant. Na sika we ahodo bebre ye bejebre na the finance, the deputy finance minister Honorable Thomas Nyakwampem enra de ya wokokeka ho sem ni nyina no ye bia mu bako ra ye de akyerew na afa ye nyina ye timi ate ye ho ase enti ono de ose e ka ono ho adwanka wo bibiara wa for man sika no emra na ye first card na ye dwane aye nya hwe na twam ntinke yanchi wo mu nyina ngum ana yanchi wo na se sika nyina no na nka yen sentimi nka. Now yanko statement on the report of the Auditor General on arrears payables as at end of 2024. Arrears payables as at 2024. Anyway, findings of claims after audit and rejected claims no kwano 8.08 billion Ghana cedis and a pending verification and no afena no so womu guso a womo be no ma verify documents no this kind of no and no 13.27 billion Ghana cedis now validated for payment where there womo a validate ya womo ebetua sika womo de ko nyina say womo entua ka no 68.7 billion Ghana cedis. Now was the finance ministry no etua. Your summary of the findings of the audit. Enti yanko sheet 2 no summary of the findings of the audit. Now fe yankan ho kakra. Yes, and that screen is no. I'll say out of the 68.7 billion Ghana cedis submitted for audit, a total of 45.4 billion was validated for payment. A total of 8.1 billion Ghana cedis was rejected for various reasons. And no, the Deputy Finance Minister no catch and say, "Sir, 8.1 billion no ma rejected no unsupported documents, any duplications, any overstatement. Just say, and yema bebre wa and to turn akwemu. And no say sika no the Finance Ministry no rejected say enya di omubetia about 1 billion Ghana cedis of the outstanding BTS." Which refers to invoice and IPCs processed by MDS in 2024 approved by Ministry of Finance, submitted to Controller and Accountant General's departments and pending payment were rejected. This 1 billion that was rejected by the audit would have been paid if the Ministry of Finance had not made a bold decision to stop payment in January 2025. 1 billion Ghana cedis be rejected no so no 2025 are no more year payment no. Se ministry no anka se dabi ye twani ya nhwehwemu a ese na efata anka se sika we nso waram eno so akwakodi obi botom a wono ebedidi na nani atini agye no watena Ghana high feeling. But to se ne hwe the Tosono. I say about 7.1 billion Ghana cedi of the outstanding IPCs and invoices, which refers to the request by MDS for payment to suppliers and contractors and certified for payment by various public officers across the approval hierarchies, have also been rejected. Just sika wudro bebre wo ha any supported document papa bi and said ni document just a be any ho but almost the quite say woman kwaji musika normally from the previous administration woman the quite so mo kwaji Kennedy again an amount of a year 13.3 billion is yet to be validated for various reasons and not yedi ketwa hunfuni edition now findings from bank transfer devices yenhwe ehonum so no dia ewo ho also fictitious debt of 89.4 million Ghana cedis under one district one factory initiative. Yenhwe no so nsemu a ewom one district one factory na His Excellency the President the former president Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ni Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia eba ye say every district womu basic factory wo ho na etimia create employment e dey ama the youth wo man Ghana ha no yentie di akofaba. The then Ministry of Trade and Industry in 2024 submitted a request to the Ministry of Finance for 89.4 million Ghana cedis to be transferred to 5 commercial banks as government contribution to interest payments under the One District One Factory initiative. When auditors contacted these 5 banks to confirm their liability, every single one of them denied being owed any amount. According to the auditors, the so-called 89.4 million Ghana cedi debt was fictitious. Everybody, Jesus Christ. Yes. When KTM on time, Anna Sadia we see ye. KTM Nimre suna Sadia we see ye. And Womo Edia Kosen Komode 89.4 million Ghana cedis. Akroma finance ministry no machiaka na one district one factory no some interest payment bi a abeda so no ankasa sikawei aban NDC aban entiama 5 banks said the be na one district one factory no wo mo sabetimi akekeke ko musika 89.4 million Ghana cedis titiska no 890 billion wo mo kwaje sika no ne wo mo ye ni nyina so wo ne MPP fo afadeda wo mo si dabi wo mo ye o mambofo no wo mo bekoso mo abon no even na enye o mo kra no mo di so a banks a wo mo ankasa de ko say bank A, bank B, bank C, any D up to E bank no wo mo ana wo so mo receive sa fancy no ye free banks no say ebo ye sika bi say one district one factory no interest payment bi e was aban ni tua bank no say enye no kre e ka bia ni wa da ba bia obi ani o de one district one factory ka bia enti ani sa aban wo sani sika bia ba under the MPP. This is what happened. Woma kwatena chire no womo sanya pekwan a womo be fa sika de afiri aban ni makwatena fie no madi. Where is the one district one factory? Miracles na no odin miracles aboaje wona na no odin sade wonya kwan enam kokko ase na won ye campaign a hwiyini mu no empty campaign empty talks campaign so bia nyirem delisime akwaboaje for Ghana for camera di wati na one district one factory MPP for be ye no for chire ni nyina wo Ghana ane nhwade one district one factory me see abawe sika akosa one district one factory no hwem those districts they don't belong to this government and your money dia and individuals be companies and through that MPP for fast here and woman disika brubro woman disika from sadia we abampa want to the needs so be all the one district one factory abai no under the MPP or yeah no if they have the names one monko research baby ewo no mon pe document e da so no mon hwe say eye ewo abai di mu say abaya ye one district one factory bi ana eye individuals media this same one district one factory 2024 ahead of the general elections now MPP 4% mon pass a tax waiver of over $350 million. Adema this ghost one district one factory. Now ko mo kwatilete no mo chesika no mo di. Eti ya usha on my list ekita o mo a wage $7 million, wage $5 million, wage $2 million, wage $3 million, a big $12 million. Some of the one district one factory. Tax waiver no more pass no. And on a ma fanya ni bring ya wo dimirika ko Supreme Court in a day eco organizing Supreme Court judges tina asem so say speaker pronouncement awaye ediama members of parliament and no free omo party mu akwa independent and no free independent aba join party na wapam wo so mu film na sebedwam ade e bia sida afenyo marking the then majority leader was one of the ombre na ba net so to wonya judges within a day ama womo ebo modern at the stay of execution equal to speaker asem so eno na ama parliament na yebeto abano na amunko parliament ni atum yes munko fie yebebramo munko fie yebefra han because the then NDC members of parliament said there be enya de wo betena se ahwe ama wo matimi pass that tax waiver of $35 million $350 million and the ama the ghost one district one factory. I am challenging Miracle Sabwaje. Take Ghanaians all over Ghana. Baby Biara MPP from here one district one factory. Take us there. And no dear, yeah, near was a year Juma. And ya kokwa nebuaba from a world market. Abenya bon modi Emma almost a year 90% of the FOB price. Eddie Makoko Krenino. And I will go to Futuagum for when he say price and yet. And yes, sanity. For yanko one district one factory now mo say akwaje musika 89.4 million Ghana cedis in Madino. For yanko then is miracle I am throwing this challenge to you. Be no one no one tie wo be friend non kan tire no. say one district one factory ye pese yehu say the onam koko ase no one fa yenko one district one factory ni na abusa yen to se na fe ye hwe ensem awodua ai wo ho or say the dry spell expenditure in 2024 the government of Ghana paid for 34,000 metric tons of rice to address the impact of the dry spell. Now, however, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture received and distributed 34,000 metric tons of rice to date. 10,000 metric tons of rice a year unaccounted for. Now, under the MPP, Ghana tier for 34,000 metric tons of rice, but one more added a year 24,000, 10,000 metric tons of a year rice, you know, up to date, unaccounted for under the MPP. Since semi and you better want to crash the wall. Be anywhere you should be. That be a mekase. Baby, I know what my name keka chrono. Nyankopon ka Ghana for Akroma. No mo beto sa abana wo mo to no 2024 no. Enye na nya de ya gudie o. Na nya de ya gudie nti project dey am mo TV ni so no. Food supply discrepancies. Rice procurement paid for 34,000 metric tons. Received 24,000 metric tons. Missing 10,000 metric tons of rice. Ayera anymore under the MPP. This is what the country is dealing with. These are some of the rots, the corruption, the mismanagement under the MPP IAC here. Now ye mu bia ye say ye begu so da sanyema we ye didi akere wa na wahunu say the MPP can't be an option when it comes to governing this country. At least not now. And yes, I see what Abraba Womubabu China Nanu Yay and Fiawaki. They can't be an option in this country in the nearest future. In 20-30 years. And we are babu, we are youth. Now we tell me, you saw political lens in free one. No, be a what dreaming wakuma muneti. Now yen kwanya ye betimi to me atai amanyoko ana wo mampania wo my Ghana ho wo my Ghana dan akoma so a wahwe say wo mayade manipakuma bi enjoy name the masses obi ahu beto no not like the MPP wo behwe no na nipakuma bi nipakuo bi na wo man ni sika no mo siphonia so mo ho a obeka so my Ghana yo mo bone. These are the same people enei womu ebegina TV so ana womu kwatena radio so no mo kasa eye wadwene nyina ne se betima ye bibi papa bi aboa wo because womu ko opposition etu omu betire omutiri mu adwene ye ntoso na fe ye hwe said ye niema tie o say the audit revealed the government of Ghana also contracted a company to supply 100,000 metric tons of maize. Ministry of Food and Agriculture submitted stores receipts advice as evidence for delivery of 100,000 metric tons of maize worth 771.2 million Ghana cedis to Ministry of Finance for payment, but only 11,900 metric tons was supplied and distributed. Jesus Christ of Nazareth, 100,000 metric tons of maize, you know. 11,900 penny supply. 11,000 metric tons of maize. 300,000 remember saying 89,000 metric tons of maize. It is worth nothing that the store's receipt advice was supported by a checklist that was certified by the internal audit of the Ministry of Food and Agriculture under the MPP. Now, you share the also say the unfounded teacher training arrears. The unfounded teacher training arrears. You share Education Ministry also the ACO. The Ministry of Education reported unpaid allowance totaling 160 million Ghana cedis to teacher trainees under the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission (GTEC), when auditors engaged GTech, the agency confirmed that as of December 2024, there was no outstanding arrears. Over 159 million Ghana cedis would have been lost but for this audit. GTech for one more, because GTech ekrano, I was here first cabin fan come because you were outstanding arrears. Be was here tia edema teachers, teacher trainees. It's young tia 160 million Ghana cedis. Fmr GTech said they are your friend saying teacher trainees no man sabe timi akọ musika. GTech say as of 2024 say be ko na wie there was no outstanding arrears. In this case we in kwa one edge case we one edge case we anka the 160 million Ghana cedis no one anka edge case we na dey nti na ko edge case no wo bre ko GTech for wo say arrears bi anywhere was a Ghana dey wo so otua enti nke kwa yifa. Now you bank transfer advices without a supporting document. Bank transfers are a course swap supporting document bia and said that anyone. Now you auditors identify BTS totaling 293 million Ghana cedis for 6 years with no documentation. There were no contract, no IPCs, and no record of any executed work. The breakdown of the unsupported BTS are as follows. The bank transfers are course without supporting documents. Now, Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, 241.2 million Ghana cedis without supporting documents. So bank transfer no course. Ministry of Roads and Highways, 26.3 million Ghana cedis and no also without supporting documents under the MPP administration. Now you share the judicial service our court where court for 18.2 million Ghana cedis bank transfer also eco judicial service no without any supporting document bia you share Ministry of Special Initiatives 3.7 million Ghana cedis bank transfer Akroma without any supporting document. Yaya Ministry of Health 2.4 million Ghana cedis. Echo Ministry of Health without any supporting document. Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice 782,262 Ghana cedis. And the Ministry of Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice. As there was no supporting document.
Those who are involved or say sa papa ne de some obeka ya na oka ora operation recover all loot na oka board no ho na evidence as papa no be ya to the amount no bone a wadi bia no obetwe e de aba abusia ya adam level ene yetene kan e be da masesa mo chepene kokoti sa ensem wi e de mai aha e gossip politics TV so me da mase